It's been 220 million seconds, 3.6 million minutes, 61,000 hours, 365 weeks, or 7 years since we started Gear Seekers. It's been 7 years of highs and lows, 7 years of sacrifices, 7 years of birthing a dream. So when Montech asked us if we wanted to collaborate and redesign a case, that dream became reality. This is the Gear Seekers and Montech King 95 Ultra, and it's real. Being able to redesign the King 95 was a little bit scary. This isn't the first time we've designed a case, however, this is the first time our name has been on a case. This is a unique opportunity that few get to experience. It's a chance to take our ideas and transform them into a tangible product, something that can inspire and elevate other PC enthusiasts. This process is not just about the technical aspects, it's about sharing our passion with the community and refining a case that already resonates with so many people. Working on the King 95 Ultra has been an incredible journey. It allowed us to merge our creativity with engineering. It's really cool to see our vision come to life, and knowing that this case will become part of countless builds is pretty strange. This whole experience reminds me of why we started Gear Seekers in the first place: to connect with fellow enthusiasts and contribute to a community that we love. While some would argue that this is just the King 95 in a new color, it's not. It's something more. It's Ultra. It's got a Gear Seekers logo on it, and there are only 2,024 of these in existence. Let's take a look. This is a little bit overwhelming because this is the first time that I'm seeing a retail one with you guys. I decided to capture this experience for you guys. Look, we started the channel 7 years ago, and we started doing this full time from 0 subscribers because we figured that we could do this. And 7 years later, to have our first Gear Seekers case with our logo and everything on it and doing a collab is a big deal for us. And look, I know I've probably said this in the video already. Yeah, it's a King 95, but it's not just any King 95. It's got things that I would want to see on a case, right? And you guys know that we here at Gear Seekers, we review more cases than any other channel on YouTube, right? This is our thing. This is something that I'm very passionate about. And a lot of the time we see cases, I would like to refine certain things. And this is that. This is how I wish the original King 95 launched. This is like the ultimate version, which is why we called it the Ultra. This is it. Seeing it at Computex this year was cool, but this being a real thing that you guys can go out and buy because you watch the channel is insane. Claire's trying not to cry behind the camera, by the way. I can see her. But it's very strange. The reason why it's darker than usual is I don't want you guys to focus on me, right? It's not about me. This case is about you guys and you guys supporting us for 7 years, right? Without you, this doesn't exist. This is not a real thing without YouTube. So here we are. Yeah, Claire's actually crying now. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to, yeah. I already did that at Computex. I don't want to do that again. Yeah, let me show you what number we got, because obviously there's 2024 for 2024. And this is funny because you knew it was coming. Number 69. I thought it was funny.
It is.
Yeah, well, you know, it was either 69 or 420. Actually, we know where 420 went. And there'll be a video with that dropping the day after this one comes out. Because I don't know when you're going to watch this, let's be honest, because you know that's how it works. But yeah, that's the thing, saying that we've got number 69. Hilarious, ha 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 ha, cool dad joke, right? The other thing is we were undecided on a couple things with the case, and we got every piece of the things that we wanted for this case as part of the case. When we did initial designs and mock-ups and things, like we didn't really want to change too much of how the case worked. Montech absolutely nailed the original design, and we just wanted to make it more a case that we would choose. So first of all, you probably notice I like very tinted tempered glass. I don't care too much about RGB, but it's not about me, right? This case is about you guys. So there's plenty of RGB in here. It's got 6 included RGB fans. The bottom's got reverse pitch fans and the side has reverse pitch fans as well, and then a regular one at the back. But these are the AX120 and 140 fans from Montech. They're really, really good fans. I'm not just saying that. Montech has another new fan design that we're looking at using for this, but these just suited it better because if you turn the RGB off, they're not too over the top. I hope that all makes sense. So now one thing that we wanted to do was not have a glass front panel, but when we saw this in Taiwan, look how crazy it looks. Look, I'm not gonna peel it until we build with it, but this is also very dark tempered glass, and this is a refinement from the original King 95. So this is better than the original curved glass on the original King 95. It's much clearer, and it looks, it's just, they've refined the process. It is gorgeous. And when this side panel's on, it looks like one massive glass panel is wrapped around the whole case, which I just think is really freaking cool. This thing just looks epic to me. That's one of the things that really stood out to me with the original King 95 was it just wasn't too big. And even the box that this ships in that you guys have probably already seen, it's really small for a case of this size. So I think Montech has done a really good job with packaging this. You probably noticed the box is completely custom too. Usually it's like a cardboard box with the black text. We were like, no, let's make a blacked out box with white text. There's plenty of other little design things. One of the biggest things that I wanted on the original King 95 was, I wasn't much of a fan of the feet, and I wanted something to look a bit sleeker. So we went with round feet. One thing that we weren't sure was gonna be in the case that we had in the original design, and these are just stupid little cosmetic things, I know, but was like a Montech and a Gear Seekers badge in the case, and I'm pretty sure with the reflection right now, you can see it quite well. So there's that in there as well. The thing is, personally, I really love silver computers. I love silver computer cases. I love the colors of Apple's Mac Minis and stuff. And when I said to Montech, I'm like, look, the silver aesthetic is awesome because if you put this on a white desk, it's gonna fit in. If you put this on a black setup, it's gonna fit in. You put this on a wood grain setup, it's gonna fit in. It just suits everything. So one thing I said was, look, this is plastic on the original. Can we make this aluminium? Not aluminum, aluminium. That's how we say it in the land where we speak the King's English. And Montech went one step further and not only gave us an aluminium front, they have these beveled buttons. Like they have this really satisfying click. Not only that, if you want the bling, the original RGB strip from the King 95 has been retained, so it still has it in there along the edge of the aluminium front. One of the other things that I wanted to do with the King 95 Ultra was actually make it Ultra. Case accessories are cool if you use them, but you know, these are just things that we wanted to add because we thought they were cool. So first of all, a Gear Seekers GPU support bracket. It's just such a simple mechanism. You just unscrew it to make it taller or lower or whatever. There's extra like Velcro ties that say Gear Seekers on them. Like if that's something you want to use, it's cool. I think it's cool. This is my case modding nostalgia stuff from years and years ago, was like colored thumb screws. And Claire likes colored thumb screws, purple included thumb screws. Because you know, the original Gear Seekers colors are like purple and stuff. 3 because there's 3 to replace on the case, right? And you can mix them and match them. So we've got 6 of these thumb screws in total. Look, it's maybe not for everyone, but we were told that this doesn't drive the price up at all. It costs them nothing to add that. So just a little bit of, you know, a little bit of flair. And I think the purple and the silver together looks sick. When we did our original King 95 review, I really liked the mesh front panel. As much as we love the TG front panel, wouldn't a mesh option be really cool to include? So there's an included silver mesh front panel, which is very, very cool. And originally, we were thinking that we were just going to make the case with this because it's the Ultra, but what's Ultra about not having both of these included? We wanted to have a case and you're working in a recording studio, or you wanted to put this somewhere where you wanted to know where it was, but you didn't particularly want to look at it, but you also wanted it to blend in. This is the color of the case that we wanted. Like, this is the way to do it, right? This is how you do it. Because even if all the RGB is off, you won't see anything. It'll just be this beautiful monolithic silver and black box. When the RGB is on, which you can control, ultimate bling. To make this the Ultra, we've included an RGB controller that will allow you to control the lighting on 9 fans and power 9 fans, because that's how many it can take. So why wouldn't we give you the option to completely kit it out and not have to worry about it? And the bonus is there's an RGB controller in there too, which means that you can use this front button to control all of the lighting, or you can do motherboard pass-through. So lots of options to make it easy for you guys and to kind of save yourself on some hassle when trying to figure out where to plug everything in, because you guys know your motherboard doesn't have 9 RGB headers or 9 PWM fan headers. Yeah. We're saying all of that. You know what time it is. Can you hear that? Can you hear that, Claire?
Sure.
That sounds like a new song. Well, there you have it, ladies and gents. The Gear Seekers and Montech King 95 Ultra. I guess you want to know how much this thing costs. Well, to be honest, it's not for everyone. It's $199 US. The reason for that being, it's all premium materials. It's aluminium. It's got 6 included fans, RGB controller, and essentially the idea for this case was you put your motherboard in it, you put your cooler in it, your power supply, and it's really easy to build. You don't have to fluff about, so you're also paying for convenience. And I know for once I'm being a little bit biased, but this is something that we put a lot of work into. It's insane to think that this process for designing this case started in December last year, in 2023. When we saw this prototype at Computex, Montech said, we're ready to go to mass production. We need a little bit of lead time. When are you thinking that you want to release the case? My first thought was, it needs to be the 30th of September because that's the day we created the channel, and it just so happens that this is our 7-year anniversary. I'm filming this on the 30th as well, so probably maybe a couple hours between this video going live and me standing here talking to you guys. And I wanted to do this on the day because it just feels a bit more authentic to us. The rest of this video has been filmed over the last week, but yeah, this is just really exciting. Try not to get emotional about it again. And I know that people don't react the same way that I react to things, but this is a manifestation of what we've created here with the channel with all of your guys' help. You know, without you guys, there is no Gear Seekers, and without you, there is no King 95 Ultra. And that's the bottom line. If you're interested in buying this case and supporting us, because it does help us quite a lot if you do buy this case, there's links to where you can purchase it in all regions from around the world, hopefully. It will be available globally. It's available here in Australia, so you will be able to buy this. You'll be able to walk into a store and buy this case, or you can buy it online, and I'll put links to all of that down below as well. Again, thank you guys so much for 7 amazing years here on YouTube. And this is our love letter to you guys, the King 95 Ultra. And you know the best thing about all this? This is just the beginning. Oh, redesigning is one thing, ladies and gents, but you know what comes next.